Thank you, Carly, very much. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so what I did is I printed the sign that I wanted onto some photo paper, and then I let that make sure that it's set up, and then I gave it a shot of a matte spray, a matte acrylic spray. Then as you can see, cut it out, and I mounted it to this piece of wood, glued it to this piece of wood. Now this wood is, I'm using the back side of this wood, and this is the wood that I used for the upper part of the walls on the transfer station. I can't remember what it's called, but it's kind of a shiplap or a, whatever board. And so I used the back side of it. That way when I glue it together, I'll have a little bit more gluing surface. Now the glue that I used was this rocket card glue. And I use this just about every time I glue paper. And so a lot of times I use this for some wood. It's kind of a super glue. It's as it says, it's neat and it's instant, and it's pretty good for doing paper for sure, card, all that stuff. All I did was squirt a bunch onto the piece of wood, brushed it around with the old paintbrush, and then carefully laid it in. The next step will be obviously getting myself a very sharp X-Acto blade and a steady hand and cut this out and get it ready for mounting on the building. Okay, well, I got it cut. Nice new sharp blade did the trick. Steady hand with the ruler, and then did the bare edges with the Sharpie, black Sharpie, and now we're ready to mount this thing. Hope that goes well. And one of the other things that I was going to work on was the handrail to go in front of the building, and I wanted to do a handrail and a kick guard. And when I started thinking about how I was going to make it, I went back to how I made the stairs that lead up to, from the parking area up to the building, entrance of the building. And this is primarily wood staircasing and then all plastic frame and plastic handrail. And this guy is really fragile. And the other walkway that I have too, I also used plastic. And I think I've, in the couple of months that I've had these things, I think I've repaired this guy 2 or 3 times, and the other one about 3 or 4 times. So I decided that I needed to do something a little bit better for the handrail in front of the building. So if you'll recall, I made this jig, and it was going to help me do the drilling of the holes and then also make the railing itself. Excuse me. So what I did is I used Fawn's phosphor wire, 15 thousandths from Tichy Train Group, and this stuff is I've used this stuff with the repairing of some of my locomotive handrails and some of the boxcar and other car rails, handrails, hand grips and stuff. So I've used this quite a bit, and it's easy to solder. Just gotta remember to get it clean, and then use some good flux and good solder. So then I came up with this. It's the 15 thousandths all soldered, and then I painted it with the same metallic paint that I used to paint this handrails here and part of the vents, the roof vents. And then the bottom is a yellow, and it's a yellow ochre, and it's just a cheap craft paint. I just put it on there lightly just to make it look dirty-ish. So this will go in front of the building. This will go back in front of the building as the staircase going up to the entrance. So let's start putting things together and see how it all looks. Okay, so there we are. New sign, vents, new sign, lamp, handrails, and the stairway going up, or the staircase going up from the parking area, the taxi area. I also added, using the same color, the yellow ochre that I used here, I added some safety stripes here. And then I did a little bit of weathering, added some mud weathering there. A little bit here. A little bit of mud weathering along here. And then a little bit of weathering up there. Now my idea for this building is that it's not very old. It's less than 10 years old. So the railroad, the owners, are trying to keep it nice looking for the passenger transfers that come through here. And so I think I'm going to call this building done, this project done. You're going to like it. I think what I'll do next is start working on everything behind it. I've started a cement wall back here, and I have some wood down here just to start working on concrete pavement back here, and start working on the hillside back there. So I think we'll move on. Thank you very much for watching this. This has been a fun project. I like this little building. See what happens next. So let's end this. Thank you for watching. Thank you for those that are subscribing. Thank you for those that are commenting. I really like the comments. Please keep those coming. And Carly and Caden, we'll see you next time. Take care, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye.